and welcome to the first Udinet CRM Feature Friday. Chris Sinclair, our CEO, will be giving you an insight into the Udinet CRM software solution. So let's make a start. So this session, as well as all future sessions, are presented by Chris and moderated by me. I'm Sarah Cotton. Can you make sure that you're muted? I'm going to make sure that everybody stays muted, so please do not unmute yourselves. We're going to leave a few minutes at the end of the session for any questions. If you do have a question during the session, just type it into the chat section of the meeting that's on the side panel, and then I'll collate them at the end of the session and we'll get them answered by Chris.
You hope.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, Chris will be able to answer the questions. So just to give you just a little bit of an insight. So our mission statement at Udinet UK is to help organisations focus on their strategy and develop a unique relationship with their contacts. And we hope that our CRM solutions help with that. So I think it's just important for us to look at our mission statement and sort of give that reassurance that that's what Udinet UK is about. So just a quick introduction about the Udinet CRM software solution. The software is built for the sector. However, we understand that every project is different and all our clients' requirements are different. The Udinet CRM solution provides a 360-degree view of all the contacts within the system, whether they're members, event attendees, suppliers, or prospects. All the features and functionalities are within one solution, ensuring that the Udinet CRM is a single source of truth for all your data. The system is developed in a low-code environment and contains an administrator console that can be accessed by our clients. Each client designates one of their users as their administrator, and following the administrator training, they have the ability to make changes to the system themselves. This can be adding fields, renaming fields, importing of data. This low-code environment means that the clients that use the Udinet CRM software solution are much more self-sufficient, as they can complete configuration tasks themselves, and they don't have to come back to us and the help desk to help them do that. So what are we going to be doing today? So Feature Fridays, we're going to, this initial session is Chris is going to show navigating the Udinet CRM solution. He's going to provide a demonstration of the core software to include contacts and orgs, the mapping features. He's going to touch on the Outlook integration, and he's going to show the EudoTouch app. We're hoping to get it done within about 25-30 minutes, 5 minutes at the end for questions. So, over to you, Chris. Let's see the software.
Okay, you stop sharing. Yep.
Yeah. So
I should share my screen. Yep. Okay, let me share my screen. Right, can we all see that screen? I've lost everybody else.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. Yeah,
went into a tunnel then.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so everybody can see the screen. Good. So welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's great to see you. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what this software just touches on, just the real basic stuff, so you get a feel of what it looks like and what it can do. Just talking about contacts and orgs and a few little add-in extras, which we just like to show you that it can do. So what we're not here to do in this webinar or in the ones that we've got currently planned is talk about you and your software, the software you're currently using and how it would fit in. Happy to have that discussion, but not really looking at it in these environments at the moment. Just showing you what it's about so you can get a feel for it. Okay. So it's a true SaaS software. So you'll be given a URL like that one there up the top, which you can use on a laptop, a tablet, a PC. You can even use it on your phone, although I think it's a bit smaller phone when you think about it. Okay, it's a sort of a two-factor authentication, not true two-factor factor authentication. That is coming, but that isn't what's here at the moment. So you're given a client area, a password for your client area, and your database. So you've got usually have a live and a demo or test. And then you've got your login and your password. So, as you'd expect, you're able to log in. You can take a look at that, see what your login password is if you need to. That's obviously not my password, but you can log in. Okay. And in you go. First thing you're presented with is the dashboard. Now, these are very powerful, very colorful too, but very powerful tools. You can have as many dashboards as you want across the top. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on here. You can imagine that space there, it carries on and it can wrap around, you can do more. So each area can have their own dashboard and you can design your own dashboards and what goes into them. All of these graphs, pie charts, there's graphs, bar charts, pie charts, graphs, half donuts, click-throughs, counts, etc., lists, whatever, graphs here, they are reading live data that's on the system. These are charts and or reports, and I'll show you some others in a second, where you or someone like me who isn't fully technically experienced is able to go and write and create charts, reports, whatever I'm after, counts, and present them to a dashboard. And dashboards can be put throughout the system, not just on the homepage. They can go elsewhere as well, which I'll touch on as well in a bit. And they are click through, as you'd probably expect. So for here, context by region, let's say, if I wanted to see how many that's not a good one, 44 that I've got in East Anglia, they've got East Anglia against them, I can click that and it'll take me into those contacts. I can come back here and look at it again. All of this type of thing here, it's all click through. So it really gives you the ability to drill into stuff. Or you can have it so it jumps from this home page. You can click on that and it takes me, I know it's a bit obvious because you've got contacts up there, but you could have a particular area of the software that you want to launch from here by clicking there and just go straight into it, not have to worry or find it on the menus, etc. These are very, you can flick these in and out, you turn them on, turn them off. There's also the ability here to choose your widgets and move them in and out accordingly. But the beauty of that can be that you can, we were talking to one client about this, where they were talking about a marketing campaign that they wanted to put on their homepage, so they knew that all the users in the business were aware there was a marketing campaign going on, and they were going to present the figures, how many emails have been sent, how many have been opened, when it started, when it finished, all that kind of stuff. And they were just going to present it over here, maybe a bit bigger than that. And when it had finished, they were just going to take that chart out and replace it with another chart or image or link or whatever that they wanted to do. It gave them that ability to inform their staff of things that they want them to be aware of. As you can see here, I've got like I say, charts of any sort. In the financials here, I've got more charts, donations, more graphs, pie charts, counts, total pending, how much is there. For example, you could have a communication tab. That's our website here. That's our Twitter account here. That's the Trade Association Forum, which I think is a really nice website. It's got video that's always moving. It's great to look at, but that's there. You can have whatever you want. You can design your own personal home pages if you want, with particular things on them. Another client of ours, for example, do COVID-19 grants, and what they did is they used the charts to show on a dashboard exactly how many COVID-19 grants they'd given, how much money that involved, what was the split by gender, by age, by region, by self-employed, employment status. You get the idea. And all of that was, they were able to generate and put onto a homepage tab of their own choice. So the COVID-19 was their choice. They did it themselves. They're able to do it themselves because it was just simple charts. That feature, creating charts, reports, etc., is built into the software. It's all part of that. And that one here is just another one to show you sort of more counts, nice graphs, lists. I can click through inquiries by status and some more for events here, just to show conference delegates, all that kind of stuff. Really nice, powerful tool. So you can see. What should we go to next? So how does Udinet work? How do I navigate around the system? Udinet is based on lists and records, and everything in the software, and I'm going to keep it very simple to just a couple of screens, the contacts and org screens for this webinar, is all about lists and records. Once you get into that, every screen that you ever go into, it follows the same principle and that same logic, and it's quite easy then to navigate around. I think it's quite easy anyway. So for example, across the top here, we've got views, as they are called, but basically they're menus. You know, there's the contacts menu, the organization menu, but you can have different views: a default view, a committees view, a membership view, an events view, a finance view. You get the idea. Application view, surveys view. Those views can be secured. So security is throughout. Same for these charts here. If there's a chart here that you're not allowed to see, that can be secured against particular groups, that only particular groups can see it. And or you can present information, but they can't click through because they're not allowed to. So you've got the ability to add, create views, and in these views, you can add and decide what you want to see. So let me show you a quite busy one. For example, membership view. That's got lots of tabs across the top here, and more so there. I can add and change that if I want to. That's part of the admin. And again, that's something you can do. You don't need us to do that for you. That's very much in your hands. But I'm just going to put it back to the standard view, just 2 on here. So here's my list. I'm going to go into my list of records. So as you'd expect, let me just move that out of the way. You get a list by name of all my contacts. I've got their name, their email, whatever I want. The beauty of Eudonet is you can start to move fields around if you want. So if I want to see, what have we got? If I don't want to see the gender, or I don't feel it's important, I can move it right out of the way. Yeah. Or even better than that, I can choose what fields I want. If I don't want gender in there at all, it's irrelevant to me. I can take it out and it's gone. That's my list, my view of that list. I can move these around. I can put that back in again. I can go to different tables. So I can go to the address table, the organization table, the contacts table, and I can pull other fields into my list. So I'm going to put that back in. Okay. It's quite a good one, gender. It's also, because it's a list, if you recognize that there's a fault or something missing, and let me have a look down here. I'm sure I'll find one in a second. Typical. There we go. Josh box. Okay. I can correct that in my list here. I don't have to go into the record to correct it. I can fix it right there and then. It's the same way that if it was a postcode I knew, or a region's a good one. So that's Kettering. So I would say that is south east, I think. Southeast. I've got to put southeast on there. I can correct that. Nice and easy. There's also the ability, so this is very much like, the reason we do this is it's very much like Excel. So you get the feeling that you can move fields around, you can sort your list. So I can put it in region, so I can just sort it by region. The blank ones at the top, gender, etc., or by surname. Yeah, sort it by surname. I can also filter within that column. So if I'm just after the northwest ones, that's taking it down to 82 records. See that over there? So if I take that filter back off, no filter, 1,400 records, I can take it down. So there's also a really nice feature that's quite useful in here, is a statistics feature. So I can choose a column, I can run that, and it will generate me on the fly a chart, a pie chart of those records. I can click through to just get those ones. Okay, perhaps a better one would be the gender one. Let's say stats. There you go. That's a nice one. So you can see straight off how many are male, how many are female. I've got some that have no gender on them. Might be correct that they are like that. Maybe they should still be tagged. I can see straight away how many. 76 of my contacts are male, 22%. I can also output that to PDF, Excel, etc. It will let me do that. Those 3 buttons there will let me do that. So it gives you great flexibility. to be able to filter down, but it feels very much like Excel. So you've got your lists, you're looking at them, you're able to filter them down. You can just in your list view, you can actually narrow down a load of records just to get a particular set that you're after. What you then do is once you've found a record, you can search for a name on any given area. So if I put Smith is a good one. Yeah, there's all the records with Smith in them, whether it's got whatever. Take that off. I could look for anything with Cardiff. I know I could actually filter on that, but there you go. Right. Anything with Cardiff in them, whether it's got names or whatever. Or I can look for a particular name using up here. I can put in here, like I did before, Smith. It'll say, do you want everybody who begins with Smith, contains Smith? Or I can put in the one that I'm after, McGraw. When you highlight a record, get a nice little pop out that tells you who it is, who they are, making sure that's the one you're after. So I can click on that. It takes me through to the record. So I've got my lists. I can see, I can up and down, I can check, I can filter, and then I can go and look at a given record. Across the top here, now I'm in my record. Across the top here, you're able to choose 4 fields which you feel are really important about that contact when you arrive on that record, when you drop onto it. In our case, we decided we wanted the main mobile, the main email, the main telephone, and what the membership status of this person was. I've also got notes over here. There's another panel that can come out, and I can hide that away to make this a bit bigger if I want. I've got the details of that record. I can see names, whatever I'm allowed to see. Again, everything could be very secured. I can see their Twitter accounts. Remember, I was talking about the ability to have reports throughout the system any way you want. You can put panels of reports. So in here, I've actually got his Twitter account. There we go. Okay. So Twitter account. And over here could be reports that are specific to him. I could have a chart there that breaks down the amount he's paid in membership or whatever, or the transactions he's had over the last 12 months, whatever I want. Over here is a chart specific to Tim McGraw himself. Come back to the details. And then across from there, we've got the bookmarks. Now, the bookmarks are all the little areas where you're capturing information about this person. So this gives you that 360-degree look at what this person's doing, what he's got, where it is. And you can choose the bookmarks that you want. So, for example, if I just select the bookmarks, I've got all these on the go at the moment. I can move them in and out. So I could move one of these out if I wanted to. I could move, go cardless out if I wanted to. And I can go and get something else and pull it in. So it's as simple as that. Submit. And that corrects that. That updates that. I've also got the ability in here just to jump to email. Yeah, there's group members. That's got EM in it. Okay, group members. And I can jump to it like a hyperlink, just like that. Off it goes, and it takes me to group members. Okay. Also, let's get rid of that. All right. I can look up and down, which is actually, to be honest, this is the way most of us seem to use it. It gives you that ability just to nicely scroll up or down, and I can see lots of different information. So I can see his address, his personal home address, his email for that, etc. His work address, what company he works for. I can see the membership he's got, the different years, whether it's settled, outstanding, how much is outstanding. There's a link to the document. The document is also just a Word document that you use to do word merge to create these documents. Very simple, very straightforward. Again, this low code approach that you're used to Word documents, so we use those as part of the document creation. Here's a nice area. The emails, because it's got a built-in email marketing tool. When you send emails out via the system, it will log them against the contacts record here in the system. And you can have a look at those emails. Let me open that up. Here's one that we've done out of the system, which a later webinar we're going to do down the road a little bit, showing you how the email marketing works, the built-in email marketing tool. But that's an email we created within the software, and we're able to send out to records, to our contacts. Isn't that nice? That's really nice. That if he was ringing you or emailed you and said, I didn't get the last newsletter, you can forward it to him. There's a forward button down here. If you forward it to him, it will then appear as a forwarded email within his record. So you keep track of that. But also further to that, how it links in. Here's my Office 365 that I've got. And there's the Outlook plugin, Outlook extension, that allows you to have an email that comes into your inbox. Take a look at it. There we go. Right. I know it was just an email I got in my inbox. It was just about Ash Energy. I have no idea what it was about, but it links it through. You can see here, it finds the emails that are in there and it identifies the people that belong to those emails that are in Eudonet. Also, I can have a look at a record. I can launch from here. I can look at Steve Lukather's record and it will open it up. As long as I've got it open, here's a record open with Steve Lukather in it. And I'm now looking at Steve Lukather's record and whatever reason I want to, and come away from that. Go back to my email. I can look at this record again. Pull that up. It says, okay, you want to save? Who do you want to save to? And I'm going to save that email to Tim McGraw's record. Yeah, link to Tim McGraw. If I now go back to Tim McGraw and refresh that, there it is. It's attached. There's my Outlook up there. I've still got it. So emails coming in, you can decide which ones need to be attached to a person's record. That's a really nice feature, and it makes it feels very much, again, you're very used to your Outlook, you're very used to Excel. It's all just connecting really nice and easy. Let's have a little look. Okay, so if I go back to, here's the contact. Where does he work? He works for Willows Consulting. I click through, as you'd expect. Again, the organization record I'm now on, same look and feel. I haven't got a report dashboard on here on this one. Could do, just haven't done one yet. Again, four fields at the top, different to the contact. I've got the org telephone number, the org email, but I've got the org type and the types of products that they do. These are the key things that we wanted to look at when we are looking at this organization. Again, I've got the bookmarks. I can see who works there, what emails have been attached, what calendar tasks, what transactions, interactions are opt-in and out, whatever I want to see, delegates, inquiries, that type of thing, annual figures here, all of that type of stuff going on. And as you'd expect from a CRM system, particularly where it's around organizations, where you've got group structures, I can see that Willows Consulting belongs to Willows Solutions Group. I can click on that and take me through to that one. I also have what's called an organogram. So that can show me visually how that structure works. I can go to HQ, which happens to be in the USA, which is in Wisconsin. I can come back to the organogram. I can come back to Willows Consulting. Nice and easy, get around. You can see you're back to your details again. Okay. What also we've mentioned, we've got a list of records. Again, you've got your list of records. I can filter on these again. I can choose the particular country if I want to, if that country hasn't been filled in on that one, which looks like it hasn't. So I can go get it. Happens to be one that's at the top. It'll update all the records if I want it to when I do that. It's very simple to do these kind of updates and changes. Message there. But more importantly, a really nice built-in feature. You can upload records into the system yourself. Don't need us to do that. It's all low code this. So there's an import feature, which but once you've got it in there, you can then use the maps feature. Pull out a map. So we've got 611 organizations. and I'm going to throw a cordon around some of them because I just want to tell these ones that there's something going on in their area. We were talking to one of our clients about the fact that they needed to let their members know that there might be flooding on a river that they live nearby. So they're able to pull this up, identify where the river is and where their members are on that river, and be able to send them an email. There's SMS, etc., to warn them of the pending, if they didn't already know about it, the thing that was going to happen. You can filter that. That drops it down to 110 organizations. I can make that a bit smaller. Oh, no, there we go. Wrong way. And filter that again. 170. Okay, made it a bit bigger. But I can then close that. There's my records. And I've got that list. I can then go and do something with that. I can now go and send an email, do a word merge, create a chart, whatever I want to do, communicate with them in some way. It's a really nice feature. So, and that's also on the contacts as well. So that's the same feature there, the ability, as long as you've got the geolocation, and just to take that off, no filter, all the records come back. So there you go. Take you back to the home page. You could create charts and bring them into these home pages of your choice. What also we've got, and now my last thing I'm going to show you, hang on a second, S21. Let me get this unlocked. It's my phone. There we go. So here is my phone, and we've got a thing called EudoTouch. So I'm using my phone here, and I can, it's an app that comes with the software. I can find those contacts. So if I'm out and about, I can find those contacts. I can search for them up there, as you'd expect, McCraw, Smith, whatever. I can go into a contact. I can look at his details. I can see who he works for. I can ring them here because I'm on my phone, so I could ring them directly. I can use the built-in map feature. I can get directions to that place, etc., as you'd expect. Use it then to be able to guide you to where the customer is. I can add contacts. I can add contacts, take contacts off. I can add comments. I can make changes to those records, and they're all automatically being reflected back in the software. I can even delete them if I needed to. So a really nice feature, great for when you're on the go, that you can actually get to your contacts and look at them and see what's what about them. That's called the EudoTouch. So I think that's an overview of the core product and organization screens, just very quick. Hope that give you a nice flavor for it. In the coming sessions, we're going to be looking in more detail at such features as email marketing, the admin features, that low code environment thing, reports, Kanbans, event management, web integrations, and other such exciting features. Over to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Chris. That was great. Whirlwind tour of the software. That went really, really well. So let me just check all my questions. Yeah, so we've got 3 questions from the people that are watching today, which is great.
Right.
Website integration. So
yeah,
just touch on, obviously we will talk more about the website integration.
We'll talk more about we'll show actual examples with customers, what they've got, websites, how it's integrated. It's got a Restful Api. For those who know what that means, it's basically an API that's always there, but it's available to, as part of the package we give you, is an API that there's 3 ways you can approach it. You can either let your CMS use the API to generate the pages, the forms, whatever you want, and let it talk to the system, or you could use what we've got, our extranet, that allows you to plug in those pages that are already there. Again, we're going to show that in another area. Or you could we can actually do, as you know, we can buddy up with partners who can do the whole package for you, so it's all there. So it's and anything that gets added when we start talking in later webinars about new fields that you add, etc., they all automatically become available in that API.
Great, that's great. Thanks, Chris. So somebody's asked, they haven't really got any technical people in their office. So, you know, they haven't got an IT manager or whatever. This low code wording that we're using. So do they need to have an IT person in the office or?
Not particularly. No, I mean, as you know, we're here to help anyway. But a lot of what I've done here, I'm not technically,
No, I'm not
I'm not a
either,
big
and I can
techie
do
dev
it.
person. I can do it, and I know you can do it,
I
Sarah.
can do it, yeah.
Create a chart, create a report. So easy. It's a step wizard, and once you get shown how to do it, and once you step through it and realize how it's done, you're thinking, oh gosh, I could throw a dashboard together really quickly of all those things that I personally want, and I can put up there. It's really easy. Plus, the help desk is always there. Should you go, oh, I haven't done a dashboard in ages. Can you help me and show me how to do it again?
Yeah, I mean, the administrator training that we do, that we provide to that person within the office is really, really good. And it means that you can add fields. You know, I can do it. Like I say, I'm not IT.
New tabs, new
tabs
bookmarks,
and bookmarks and stuff like that is really
you can just
easy, isn't
grow the software as you
it?
see fit as time goes on.
Okay, so I've got another question. One of our eagle-eyed watchers spotted there's an import button on the tab at the side.
Yeah.
I think
I did mention it just passing, but okay.
You've got an import button there. So what does
really
that do?
Nice. So you can get a file, a CSV file with names, addresses on, etc. Wherever you get that from, it's responsibility of. But then you can load it in, and you can pull in that Excel CSV file. You can then map where the fields are going in terms of that's the name, and that goes to the name field, etc. So, and then load it in yourself really quick. You can load people up really quickly and tag them as you mark them in. So, I mean, we were thinking about it the other day, how easy it would be to buy a list. I don't know if people really do buy lists anymore, but buy a list, bring it in, load it up, tag it, and then once you've got it tagged in, you can then filter it down in here and then do an email campaign just to those people. Or you add those people to your already long list of people and you use that mapping feature to bulk up the people that you're contacting via email, SMS, whatever it is that you're doing.
Okay, we just had another question come in. Sorry, Chris. Can we create one invoice for multiple members? With that particular company rather than individual invoices to members. So you can create one invoice for multiple members sent to a org.
A head office. Oh, yes. Yeah. I think we did do that. I think the dev guys have done that for a particular client. It isn't a standard feature, but it is something we have done, which we can certainly provide to you. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for questions.
Okay. That's great. Shall I stop sharing then? Okay. Okay. There we go.
Okay, guys. So thanks very much for everybody for attending today. We've hoped that you found it useful. We'll be sending out invitations and the information with reference to the subsequent events probably next week. I think the next one's planned for the 26th.
Is it 26?
Yeah. So we'll be sending out invitations to that and what we're going to cover at that session. And there'll be a recording available for this that we'll send everybody the link to, so you've got a recording of it if you want to. We hope you found it useful, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.